Guild Professional Indemnity Insurance for Nurses delivers peace of mind and support by mitigating risk as you perform your activities as an enrolled nurse, registered nurse, or a nurse practitioner. Jenny is a registered nurse and was the subject of an APRA investigation pertaining to her cosmetic injectables clinic. Allegations were varied, including the serious allegation of independently running a clinic without supervision or input from a medical practitioner. Jenny notified Guild Insurance of the investigation. Guild engaged Meridian lawyers to draft a formal response to APRA addressing each of the allegations. Thanks to this, APRA was satisfied based on the response that the nurses' actions did not constitute a breach of the national law, and no further action was taken. Guild Insurance incurred the $6,000 in legal fees representing Jenny in the investigation. As Guild Insurance policy applies a nil excess, which is unique to Guild, there was no financial cost to Jenny to defend the matter to resolution. Peter is a registered nurse and was the subject of an APRA investigation whilst working in an aged care facility. The incorrect quantity of pain relief drugs was administered to a terminally ill patient, and the patient subsequently passed away. Peter's employer reported him to APRA, alleging that Peter failed to practice in a safe and competent manner and in accordance with relevant laws, standards, and employer policies, and that Peter failed to protect residents from sickness or harm. Peter notified Guild Insurance of the investigation. Guild engaged Meridian lawyers to represent Peter against these claims. As a result, the nurse was cautioned and was subjected to a number of enforceable undertakings, and his registration was noted as such. Guild Insurance incurred the $13,500 in representation costs. As Guild Insurance policy applies a nil excess, which is unique to Guild, there was no financial cost to Peter to defend the matter to resolution. Teagan is a registered nurse and was the subject of a professional negligence claim whilst performing her duties in her private practice. The allegation was due to scarring that occurred to the patient's skin, where laser hair removal treatment was administered. The patient was seeking damages for out-of-pocket expenses to rectify the scarring and general pain and suffering. Teagan notified Guild Insurance of the claim. They were able to secure an out-of-court settlement before going to court. Guild paid almost $60,000, made up of the settlement amount to the patient of $25,000 and defence costs of $35,000. As the Guild Insurance policy applies a nil excess, which is unique to Guild, there was no out-of-pocket expenses to Teagan to settle the matter. Guild Professional Indemnity Insurance for Nurses delivers peace of mind and support by mitigating risk as you perform your activities as an enrolled nurse, registered nurse, or a nurse practitioner. Primarily, the policy offers cover for legal fees and costs in your defence, should a case be made, and financial compensation to third parties if a case is upheld. For matters in connection with the provision of professional services, it is available to both employed nurses who provide services under an employment contract on behalf of their employer, as well as self-employed nurses practicing as a sole trader or independent contractor. Guild understands the stress associated with complaints and inquiries, knowing that when things go wrong, tension can sometimes occur between health professionals, especially when the incident involves a serious injury to a patient or death. When considering whether you should purchase your own insurance, ask yourself, will my interests be properly protected when a conflict arises between my version of events and that of another practitioner or my employer? Do I want the peace of mind knowing that I can seek my own assistance and representation, whether it be for a complaint dealt with by APRA or a coronial inquest? Do I want the benefit of knowing that should I decide to seek assistance under my policy, there's no excess payable, so any help I receive will come at no cost? Not only can a Guild nurse's liability policy provide you with the peace of mind and security to practice, but also provides financial peace of mind. You can take out your own cover using Guild's free pay-by-the-month facility and spread your premium over 12 easy payments. For more information on how Guild's policy differs from what's already available and what it costs, contact your Guild advisor or go to the Guild Insurance website.